Hi friends, I'm back here with another video. Today I wanted to, for the longest time, use up some of my diamond paintings, and I'm going to use them for covers. This is the London Bridge, one of my first diamond paintings I've done. So for my small ones that I've done, I'm thinking of using them as book covers. So been wanting to do this forever, talked about it on videos, just never done it, and then today I just decided to go for it. So here I'm just cutting up a little bit of a black cardstock for my spine. I love how this turns out because when you do glue this on and get it all in there in the crevice and burnish it, that's the word I'm looking for, into the spine, into the crevices, and it dries after you put a coat of glue on top. It looks like leather. I just love the look. So this is one of my favorite things to do, and it works really nice with cardstock. So because of the writing on the book spine, I did not want to paint over. I didn't want to bother. I just wanted to cover it up and go from there, kind of step by step, see how it flowed. I wasn't really planning, I was just kind of going with the flow of it. That's the way I'm trying to get at. So here I'm just getting the book, the crevices and all that kind of stuff, so that it opens and closes properly without tearing. I think I got a little bit of a tear in the spine, but on the edge, but to be honest, after all this glue I put on top and everything like that, it is pretty strong. It's just a bit of a crack. It's not really like torn where it's not holding, so it's really nice. So I had to figure out how to put this on there. I couldn't put the whole diamond painting across because of the spaces to open and close them. It wouldn't have worked with the binding or the back cover spine. So the one thing I would have maybe want to try for next time, I would try different, is to add a little bit of a thin piece of the diamond painting on the actual spine, and then just leaving the indentations, the crevices, the opening, the space there for opening and closing the book, that I totally burnished there, leaving that totally open, so then there's space, because I mean you can't really open and close like with diamonds drills kind of clashing on each other. It wouldn't work. So I thought that maybe next time I would put a little bit of a space, see how that looks, filling the whole back cover and the spine with diamond painting and just leaving that little space to open and close the book. But I really like how this turned out. I just left this. I knew the spine here was going to get my signatures in it, so I just flipped them over. The paper that I had, burnishing that down. I love how this turned out. I had to let it dry overnight to get the best look, but because I was like a little worried on after I glazed it or I did the top coat on there, the sealer, I was a little worried how the diamonds were going to turn out, because I have sealed them before with some kind of glossy Mod Podge, my diamond paintings, and it took the brilliance out of the diamonds drills, but I really like how this turned out. So here I am just putting on the glue over top, and I love how this looks after. It just looks so nice. So then I'm just going to do either side of the book cover as well. I made the spine just a tad, that paper just a tad bigger, so then the diamond painting would overlap. I don't want it butting together, so then there's any lift or anything on either, well, mostly on the spine or anything like that. I just wanted to overlap. So this is just craft glue from the glue store, from Walmart or wherever, like glue store. Craft glue, basically, and white glue. I might have mixed in a little PVA glue in my jar here once in a while, but so yeah, it's just regular stuff, nothing too fancy. Here I just put 1/2 on. It was perfect size for this book. I just had to cut a little bit off the end and I have a couple of strips of diamond painting that I had to cut off at the end, but it worked really, really well. You need kind of like big scissors to cut. I hope I didn't ruin my fabric scissors. They weren't working very well. They didn't cut fabric very well. Anyways, I need to get another pair. I don't know. I bought these as a set, and maybe it was too cheap of a set at Walmart. These pink and gray sewing scissors. They come in a big set at Walmart in the craft sewing section, and yeah, a couple of them don't work very well at all. And one of the most important ones is the big pair of scissors for large pieces of fabric. Doesn't work very good. But it did work on these, so I'm going to try to get them sharpened up and see if I can do that. But it did cut these diamond drills, which was nice, because some of them, it just had to go over some of them. It was just not perfectly straight on there, and you know, not measured to the drill side, like to the edge of the drill or whatever. So I did cut several drills in half, which is kind of interesting. And to prevent them from kind of falling off, I had added ribbon, really nice ribbon to the edge, because where I cut the drills, they were kind of wanting to fall off at the edge, because some of them were half a drill and that kind of thing. And the top and the bottom I cut just along the edge, so I didn't have to really cut any of them, so that was perfect. I didn't have to add anything to it. Now here's me cutting them up, cutting it up to fit. I had to get a little bit closer with a craft knife, but because the edge is just a little bit kind of like poking out, but that was easy enough to do on my mat. And I had to re-glue just a little bit on the edges, because this is where it's kind of wet and I'm cutting it all up. But I was not waiting for it to dry, just because I was really worried that I didn't get it all down properly, and there was no way of really checking that I had the glue and everything. So I thought if I cut it, and then at least then I could kind of like slightly pick at the edges and see if it's tacked down. But if I pull the whole thing to try to pick at the edges, it's all going to lift. So this is why I cut it right away, just to make sure I get it all stuck down. See how it's already looking like leather, that spine? I love that look. See, there's a bit of an edge there, and I just cut that out later with a craft knife. I get as close as possible, but yeah. I love the look. Now, I think that if I would have put the diamonds in the middle of the spine, that would have looked just maybe a little bit better or different. But at the same time, if I'm sewing my signatures, and I'd have to do like a hollow type of signatures in there, like a cover, so then I'm not poking my needles through to sew my signatures in there. That might knock a whole bunch of drills off. So here's that ribbon. I was gonna go with just black, but then I saw this and I'm like, you know what, that just reminds me of the fireworks that are on that diamond painting, and I just thought it was really pretty, so threw it in. I used this crystal clear Stampin' Up! Paint glue, and man, did it take me forever to glue it. I kind of cut some of that out as well, but that was the best glue for the job, because white glue would never stuck. It would have taken forever. I don't think I would have ever been able to get it to go around. But this, I just had to go over and over and keep pressing down, and I had a piece of paper towel, and I just kind of kept going over and over. My fingers were covered, my finger tips were covered in glue. But it was worth it. It was, because it's just, that's like I said, where the drills, some of them were cut in half, and I didn't really want them to start plopping off. A couple of them have, and I just kind of wanted to make sure that didn't happen. So I just put that on there, because I mean, that's where your edge of your book to your front edge and your back edge is really going to get touched a lot, so I didn't want things falling off. And I tell you, this is the perfect ribbon for it. I really love it. This is it. Both of them done. I tortured you through the one. The other ones I was just like, I'm cutting that out. But yeah, I just went over and over and over with this paper towel and kept pressing down on it. And it eventually stuck. I just love how it looks. So then my next step was to seal it, and I use this triple thick. Don't use this very often. Brilliant brush on gloss glaze. It is super shiny, so that's why I don't use it very much. And yeah, I needed something to go into hold the drills on better too, because this is going to be handled often. And I think I had previously sealed this diamond painting, and it dulled the drills up quite a bit. So I thought if I did add the triple thick, that it would bring some of the brilliance back. It did. It's not as wonderful as the original drills because they have the edges on the drills, the way they cut them, so they look kind of, I don't know, like jewels. So it's the one thing. This is the way they cut the plastic drills. Is so cool because it does reflect a lot of light. So they are basically rounded and less. They're not capturing all the light, but the gloss sure helps bring it back to life better than what it was. So I definitely think that it would need some type of gloss anyways, because having it as a book cover being used, those drills would probably pop off pretty easy, and you'd have like a half undone in no time. So that was that, and that's how it turned out. I don't have a closure per se. I did put a ribbon around it. I'm not sure how I'm going to add any more, how I'm going to add the closure. I decided just to leave that for now because this is kind of experimental. And for the signatures, I just added these signatures in, 3 signatures. I don't even know how many pages. And I just wanted to be a comfortable book that wasn't like gaping. And I'm going to think about what I'm going to add to the signature still, because it will end up getting fatter because I will be doing pockets and tucks just for fun. But my most important thing was to test out this theory that I can use diamond paintings as book covers, and it worked. And I think it is a nice little book, so definitely happy with that. I think I'll be making more. I have one more diamond painting that I can use, well, maybe a couple more, but one more that I kind of am playing with ideas with, and so I might do that on video as well. And that's that. So after this, I just made a little clip of the next day, me adding one signature, and showing you guys them all done. And tried to get pictures uploaded on here, but my Facebook was not coming onto that's where I kind of upload them onto Facebook, the pictures, and then there's a better way, I know, but that's what I do, and then I kind of save them to my computer from there. But this is me this is me poorly throwing on a signature there. And this is the book, how it looks with them in. Nothing fancy yet. I'm going to add more stuff, but this is just how it looks, and I wanted to really just test out how it looked with stuff in it, and it looks great. There's a little page that was a little long, so I ended up tearing the top off. I like tearing. Tearing's a lot, it's messy, but I like the messy look of it. That's why I call it a junk journal. But that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think, and if you have any diamond paintings that you can use. Talk to you all soon. Thanks for watching, friends. Bye-bye for now.